Good morning, people. Hello, and welcome to another vlog episode of the India Darshan travel series. So, right now, I'm in my hotel in Prayagraj, about to check out shortly. But the plan for today is I just got my laundry back, so I still have to share the review of the laundry service that I used. And then there is the Khusro Bagh nearby. So, gonna visit that. So, just have a few more hours in the city before I'm on the move to my next destination, which is going to be Chitrakoot in Uttar Pradesh. So, let's get started. Okay, so I just got delivered my laundry, nicely packed and ironed and cleaned. So this is a non-sponsored review, by the way. So I use this service called Tumble Dry this time because they charge per kilo, and the local laundry folks they charge per piece or per pair of pieces. So typically per pair, it's like I've gotten the rate anywhere between 40 to 80 rupees within UP at least. Different states have different laundry rates, so that's a different story. But as I mentioned in the previous vlog, as a backpacker, typically I have light and small clothes. So sometimes it's a bit more expensive that way. But per kilo, it kind of like averages out. So if you have the entire backpack of laundry to be done, then so this service typically is called Tumble Dry, and it's like one of a very large chain growing all across India. So it's especially in very major cities, they are all around town. This one is in civil lines, which is in Prayagraj, as I mentioned, is like another major area. And they charge you 125 rupees or so per kilo. And if you want express service, then it goes up to 180 rupees or something per kilo, or otherwise the way they explained it to me was the net cost of the bill goes up by 50% to have an express delivery. The regular turnaround time is about 72 hours. So since I don't have 72 hours in Prayagraj, I requested an express delivery and got it. So all in all, I'll give them a 8 on 10, let's say. Not a full score because initially, after scheduling the appointment, I had to call them many times to coordinate the pickup, which was a little bit annoying. But now that I connected with the store owner, things have gone slightly smoother, but they could have been a little bit more proactive on this end. So not too bad. So let's go pack up everything because in 15 minutes we have to check out. So I'm going to leave my bags at the reception and head on out to Khusro Bagh to start exploring the last spot before we leave town. Finally made it to the Khusro Bagh, and Jahangir, Akbar's son, was a lover of gardens. So when he was here as the prince of the area, he built this park, and it's a walled park. So that's pretty interesting. I think that's the protected tomb area. So we're just walking over there. So I used to think there are 4 tombs here, but apparently there are 3. Jahangir's first wife, his eldest son Khusro, and his daughter. So they are all collinear. 2 of them over there, 1 of them over here. This is the protected tomb area. It's like a separate walled entrance for this. Looks very nice and clean. This park is really well kept. So there are indeed 4 tombs, 1, 2 and 3 in this premise, and the 4th one is over there, standalone. So probably it's the prince himself, and then the rest of the family is something like that. I don't understand why there is a segregation. To get closer and see if there's a board sign that explains it. So this is kind of a tomb that was apparently built by Khusro's sister for herself, but she was buried elsewhere. So there's nothing inside, no cenotaph, no inscriptions. That's why there are like four. Three probably are occupied. This one's vacant, something along those lines. But yeah, the park is nice. It's almost 1 p.m. and it's time for me to start heading to the next destination. So just gonna wrap around a quick walk around and then back to the hotel and grab our stuff and hit the road. Alright, time check. It's 2:30 p.m. Just taking a refueling and short rest break. Have about 80 odd kilometers to go. So that's the National Highway 35 that I'm cruising on. And suddenly started seeing a lot of these cities from Madhya Pradesh. Riva, Satna, Banda, Khajuraho. So I was a little bit confused if I crossed state lines, but there's typically a police checkpost if you're crossing state lines. I didn't see any, so pretty sure still in Uttar Pradesh, and the Uttar Pradesh tour is still ongoing as I had originally planned. But yeah, I mean, somehow Chitrakoot I thought was just 90 kilometers from Prayagraj, but apparently it's a little bit longer, or I ended up taking some sort of a detour, I don't know, because I started at 1 p.m. from the hotel. I've been riding for 2.5 hours and it still says 80 kilometers to go. So have I only covered 20 kilometers in all this time, or something happened? I don't know. But yeah, so we're on the way. Should be there by 4:30, so just about sunset time. Let's rest up a little bit and then we'll continue the ride. right, so after running around town for a little bit, finally found myself a really nice and spacious room. Gives the feel of luxury but comes well within the budget. So this is Hotel Raghuveer. And the thing is, here you either end up at a resort, like a very high-end fine dining kind of place, not really fine dining per se, but you know that the typical resort style, all inclusive, comes with breakfast and whatnot, or you end up at a very low-end dharamshala, like where you don't even get Wi-Fi and hot water is already considered a luxury. So it took me a while to scour through the hotels and find the decent one. So I found this one. It's very close to the Ram Ghat area. Ram Ghat is just 500 meters from here. So they say go check out the Ganga Arti, which starts in about 30 minutes. So I need to run real quick and kind of feeling hungry as well. So every shop nearby is going to be closed, like restaurants and stuff, until 7:30 when they reopen for dinner, and then they close around 10ish again. So it's like, this is a small town, so not everything is open 24/7 out here, which is understandable. So I'm gonna go to the street corner, grab a quick snack, and then continue all the way down to the Ram Ghat and check out the Ganga Arti. Even if I can't get a front row seat, it's still worth checking out how the Aarti is done on this side of town. Same kind of Ganga Arti, but would be a new experience. So again, this is the room, comes with a nice sofa that I'm going to use for keeping my stuff, and has a very nice and spacious bathroom. I really love the lighting out here, and the space is really nice. Okay, enough with the chit chat, let's hit the road. So this is the Bharat Ghat. That side is the Ram Ghat. That has a whole more lighting and more footfall. And I think the Aarti already started. And the boats here are also quite different from the boats we saw previously in Banaras. Here, take a look. And the guy where I was dining, he's like very chatty, and he invited me for breakfast tomorrow. So a very Bhopali type breakfast. So we're gonna have something special. So we're gonna come back, but he was helping me orient myself what's where, and he also told me how to get around to the ghats. So these are the kind of boats that you have here. These ones don't have lights, but the ones on the water doing a tour, they also have lights turned on, and the music that you're hearing in the background is the Aarti. That was a very epic experience enjoying Ganga Arti yet again, but this time in a completely different setting. This is a whole lot more peaceful and not so popular touristic place just yet. So if you want to enjoy the Ganga Arti, you can try Banaras if you have the patience to sit amongst the crowd, or you can try here. We're just 130 kilometers away from Prayagraj, and it's a very peaceful place so far. And they also do a laser light show up ahead, so gonna go check that out, and then we're gonna end the vlog here, and I'm gonna enjoy my time at the ghats the rest of the evening. They're explaining the entire chronicles of what happened in the life of Ram and Sita, their exile, Sita's kidnap, and everything that follows suit. This land has a lot of correlation with the life of Ram, his brother Lakshman, Sita, Hanumanji. So tomorrow as we go out exploring, we're going to learn more about it. But this is just a quick recap of the Ramayana, like a pictorial representation, I guess.
तभी राजसभा में धनुष भंग की ध्वनि सुनकर कुपित परशुराम पहुंचे और श्री राम ने अत्यंत ही सरलता से प्रतिज्ञा चढ़ाई। जो दायक फल चाओ